those of you who know and those of you who don't, let me just speak a little about Chaitanya before we start the Kirtan. 500 years ago, the year 1486, West Bengal, India, is when Chaitanya appeared. The way the biographers describe his appearance is interesting and wonderful. It was a full moon by the bank of the river Ganges, but it was also an eclipse. So the moon is covered. And so what the local people did during the eclipse, which is considered inauspicious, is they went to the Ganges and took their baths through the period of the eclipse. It was evening. The moon was risen. As all the townspeople were at the Ganges taking the bath. And then the other thing they did, according to their biographers, is that they were chanting sacred mantras, chanting sacred names. Hari, Hari, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol. And so when the entire town, region were thus singing or glorifying these sacred names, it is said then at that point Chaitanya was born. And in that appearance, at a time when everyone is singing the holy name, there is also some significance as to what he would do in his life, his presence on earth. He dedicated himself to spreading the holy name, the chanting of particularly the Maha Mantra that we're singing here, but other mantras as well. There's a story from, that's his birth, 520 something years. Then there's a story from his, when he was a baby. Babies cry, right? And every mother will have some way of pacifying her child, something that a particular child likes or needs in order to stop crying. Whether it's a pacifier, whether it's being rocked side to side, every child will have their way. And for Chaitanya, it is said that there was nothing his mother or the ladies of the village could do to pacify him other than to, someone might try to guess. Can anyone say? To chant. When they would sing, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, then this small child would stop crying and smile, clap. As he got older, he would also dance. In his childhood, when he was sent to school, he quickly became very learned, and in his youth he was regarded as a scholar. Started his own school, defeating one of the greatest scholars that ever existed, not in a debate, but rather he himself had been challenged to show his scholarship, and he did so in a wonderful way, actually related to the Ganges. He was teaching his students, and the traveling Digvijay, Keshav, came to town, and all the scholars of Navadvip, they fled town because this Digvijay, Keshav Kashmiri, he was from Kashmir. He would ride on an elephant. He came into town to challenge the Navadvip at the time, where Chaitanya was born. was considered a seat of great learning. And so when he came to town, the other scholars, they fled. They just didn't want to have to encounter him. And what would happen in those days is one scholar would challenge another, they would debate, and then the loser would submit and become a disciple, or maybe pay a tribute. And so the scholars fled town, but Nimai, he was a youth, he didn't have a great position to defend. He stayed, and he was teaching his students by the bank of the river when the great Digvijay Keshav came by. And Nimai said to him, "We have heard of your great scholarship. Can you compose a verse glorifying Mother Ganga?" And the biographers say that in an instant, Keshav began composing verse after verse after verse, glorifying Mother Ganges. And then at the end, Nimai asked him, "So that verse number 50, he composed 100 verses. Verse number 50, you said this and that." But it appears that there is a mixed metaphor, and he pointed out like 6 defects in that verse, and Keshav Kashmiri, he was astonished. First, that Nimai would remember, Chaitanya that would remember the verse, one verse out of 100. Two, that he was able to point out so many flaws in just one of those verses. And he felt devastated. The biographers say that evening he dreamt where goddess of learning, Saraswati, came to him and he said, "Mother, why have you abandoned me? You always made me victorious wherever I went. Today I was defeated by a youth sitting on the bank of the river teaching his students. It wasn't even a real debate." And the goddess of learning, Saraswati, she said, "Well, yeah, I've empowered you to defeat scholars in competitions everywhere, far and wide, but this youth is no ordinary youth. He is an incarnation of my Lord Vishnu, Krishna, and there's no way that you could defeat him. You should just go and apologize tomorrow." And so the next day Keshav came and submitted to Nimai. He in fact became a Vaishnava scholar. He has also written a commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah. So yeah, these are a few stories about Chaitanya. There's a story, I'll tell you 2 more. There are libraries of biographies, 2 more related to Kirtan. One is that Chaitanya, he went to Prayag after his father passed away. He wanted to offer oblations in the sacred river Ganges for his father. And while there, he met a saint in the Vishnupad temple. And when he asked that saint, "Please guide me," and the saint said to him, "You just chant the holy name. That's all you need. There's nothing of more significance and important than this chanting of the holy name." And so Chaitanya, he left and came back to that saint the next day, and he said, "What have you done to me?" He said, "Every time I chant the holy name, my tears come from my eyes, my hair stands on end, I tremble and shake. Sometimes I dance, sometimes I laugh. What have you done?" And the saint said to him, "The chanting is having its effect. You just carry on with this practice." And so Chaitanya, he returned to his town, Navadvip, Mayapur, now a man who was a personality who was just in love with God, in love with Krishna. And that's all he could do. He would just sing and dance and chant and inspire anyone that came in contact with him to do the same. At that time, Bengal was ruled by a Muslim ruler, confident and active and bold. And so he went to one of those Kirtan groups. These mridangas, they are made from clay. If this drum were dropped, it would crack, and that would, they're very delicate actually. And so the Muslim ruler, he took his sword and cut the mridanga, pulled another, smashed it to the ground, took another and broke it against the wall, and he said, anyone who engages in kirtan in my jurisdiction will face severe punishment. Let this be a warning to you all. So the people became very afraid. They went to Chaitanya and they said, this is what the ruler, Qazi, has said. And Chaitanya said, don't worry. He said, everyone, come this evening to the main square and bring torches, bring mridanga drums, bring cymbals, bring trumpets. Come one and all. And so that evening there were thousands and thousands and thousands of people with their mridangas and cymbals, and at the center of it all, leading was Chaitanya, and he was leading them all in singing these divine chants, these divine names, and they walked from the center to the palace of the Qazi, and as he saw the crowds coming to him, he hid in fear. And Chaitanya, he knocked on his door. Qazi, please come down and speak to us. They had a philosophical discussion. Chaitanya didn't threaten him. They had a philosophical discussion. And at some point, Chaitanya, he said to him, why did you hide from us? Yesterday you broke the drums and you gave warnings. Today you were hiding in your palace when we came to meet you. And he said, I saw you were in an angry mood, and I was afraid. He said, but I also had a dream where a very angry form of the divine chastised me for what I had done. And so I was even more afraid. Me and all of my descendants, there would never be again any interference to the chanting. That who was taking away the freedom of religion, freedom of the rights of the individual. And historians, they say that Mahatma Gandhi, he learned his techniques from the example of Chaitanya, how he organized the community to come together and to resist oppression and demand freedom, demand the rights of the free citizen, free individual. So there you are, you know a bit more about Chaitanya. One last meditation for you on Chaitanya, so you can also be inspired by his example, his story, his teaching, his prophecy. He prophesied that a time would come when in every town and village of the world, people would engage in kirtan, coming together as brothers and sisters, coming together as one, based on what we have in common rather than what appears to divide us. That is, we are all related spiritually. We are all one spiritually. We are all connected to the one supreme divine. Some of us may be taller, shorter, wider, thinner. We may have different political views. We may have different likes and dislikes. So many things that can separate us, divide us. But what do we have in common? We're all spiritual beings. We're all part of the divine. And Chaitanya demonstrated this in the most wonderful way, not just in terms of the unity of humanity, but the unity of all life. The biographers describe how once he was walking through a forest, even today, the forest of Jharkhand. And while going through this forest that travelers very rarely traversed, he inspired not just the rare hue that he came across, but also the animals to give up their anger and their enmity and their fear of each other. And so the biographers say that he saw the lions and he said, "Hey lions, chant the names of the divine." And the lions, they followed him and they made their noises to respond, chanting the name, but without any aggression. And the deer, generally the deer are afraid of the lion, but he said, "Hey deer, you too can sing these names and be inspired and elevated." So the biographers say that the deer and the lion, they were dancing together. I know, that sounds fantastical. But why not? A mystic, a saint, who loves all beings, who sees the spirituality in all beings, they are capable of invoking, awakening such mystic events, transcending the limitations of the material conditioning, material nature. Shall we chant? Enough hearing, now some chanting. We could remember Chaitanya's example, Chaitanya's teaching. We could reach out to Chaitanya for his blessing as we sing together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Are we ready to sing together? One voice, one heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's do that one more time, one voice, one heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's all sing together. One heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. And again, one love. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Are you ready? Let's all chant together. One heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. And again, one voice. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Ram Sabala.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Let's all chant together, one voice, one heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And again, one love. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And again, one hand.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
One love.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Bala Bala Bala, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hey!
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Let's all sing together. One loud. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One voice. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. And again, one loud. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. One heart. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. One voice. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. One love. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. One heart. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. One love. Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Hare Hare
Bola bola bola. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
all together, one heart. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Loudly. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. And again. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So raise our arms in the air, open our hearts like lotus flowers. There we are, open-hearted. Let all this kirtan joy and love and bliss into your hearts. Hold it there for you to access anytime, any place you want to tap into this spirit.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
We'll do that one more time. This time you can send your blessing out to the world that's in a lot of pain, in need and a lot of healing. You can do with your love and compassion. So let's send this love out to the world. Arms in the air, open hearts, one voice.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you all for your chanting, for your hearts, for your engagement, for your clapping, for your dancing. We are grateful to you all. Applause for your engagement here. Thank you.
Shri Prahlad Prabhu, can you please stay for a moment? My dear friends, one heart, one voice. This is our amazing friend and Kirtanya Shri Prahlad, and today he has his birthday. So, my dear friends, Shri Prahlad, he actually dedicated his whole life to serve others. And he was singing for you today. What do you think about singing back to him? What do you think? Shall we sing? Happy birthday to you.